Bonjour. In this video we shall learn the days, months in French and also how to tell the time. Days, months and giving the time often go together. For example, if you have a rendezvous or a meeting, say on February the 2nd, Sunday at 12 noon. Here you have got days, month, the date, which is a number, and the time. So you have to be able to tell the day, month and time in French in order to have a conversation. French obviously has 7 days in a week and 12 months in a year. The names of the months are sometimes quite similar to those in English. The names of the days do differ. It's in telling the time that's where one finds a lot of difference from that in English. French uses the 24-hour clock in order to tell the time, while in English it is the 12-hour clock which is most often used. In English we also use the 24-hour clock, for example in military timings or when giving the time for trains and aeroplanes. So, first of all, we are going to learn the names of the days in French. Days of the week, les jours de la semaine. One thing to note with days of the week is that in French they don't have capital letters. There's another important point to remember is that days as well as months are all masculine in French. This fact becomes important when you are giving a specific time, when you are saying on Monday, where you have to use a particular article. And the article always depends on the gender of the noun. So days and months are all masculine. Now let's learn the pronunciations. First, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. You can see although dimanche is written with a capital D, you can write it with a small d as well. Days are never capitalized. In fact, days and months as well are not capitalized, unlike in English. Next we have the months of the year. Les mois de l'année. Janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. As you can see, quite a few names are similar. However, some are quite different. For example, juillet, août, etc. Here is an example of a French calendar. This is the 2017 calendar. You can see lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. These are the short forms of the days of the week. The week starts from lundi, Monday, and dimanche is the final day, the last day of the week. These are some more words dealing with duration of time. Decade is la décennie, century is le siècle, and millennium is le millénaire. To express in a certain month, such as in May, we use en before the month, as in en May. With dates, the ordinal numbers are not used. Ordinal numbers means numbers such as first, second, third, fourth, except for the first of the month. So the first of the month will be le 1er mai, 1st May, but le 2 juin, 2nd June. We use second in English, but in French it's simply le 2 juin. Also, as mentioned earlier, months are all masculine and not capitalized in French, same as the days of the week. Now we come to telling the time in French. To ask what time it is, what time is it, the following phrase is used. Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? The answer begins with il est, and then you give the hour and time. Les heures means hours or time. Now you can see at 12 there are two possibilities. If it is midday, it is midi, or 12 heures. If it is midnight, it is minuit. So if you have to say it is 12 noon, you will say il est midi or il est 12 heures. Moving clockwise, at 1 you will find 1 heure and 13 heures. 1 heure is 1 a.m. means 1 at night or 1 in the morning, and 13 heures is 1 p.m. 1 in the afternoon. So if you have to say it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 p.m., you will say il est 13 heures. If you have to say it is 1 a.m., that is 1 in the morning or at night, you will say il est 1 heure. Similarly, 2 is 2 heures and 2 p.m. is 14 heures. Now you have to know that, as mentioned earlier, French uses the 24-hour clock. In the 24-hour clock, after 12 noon, 1 p.m. becomes 1300 hours. Then it becomes 1400 or 2 p.m. and 1500 or 3 p.m. As you can see, 3 heures or 15 heures. 15 is 15, so 15 hours is 3 p.m. and 3 heures is 3 a.m. and it goes on similarly until 11 p.m. 11 at night, which is 23 hours, 23 heures. After 23, it goes back to 0, which means minuit. Sometimes, however, French also uses the 12-hour clock. In this case, you have to use those three words you see at the top right. Matin, meaning morning, après-midi is afternoon, and soir is evening. So as you can see in the example sentences given at the bottom, je vais à l'école à 8 heures du matin. I go to school at 8 in the morning. Du matin is in the morning. Je rentre du travail à 7 heures du soir. I come back from work at 7 in the evening. That means at 7 p.m. Now instead of using 8 heures du matin, you can simply say 8 heures. Je vais à l'école à 8 heures. This will also mean 8 a.m., 8 in the morning. But for the second example, je rentre du travail à 7 heures du soir, if you have to change it into the 24-hour system, then you have to say je rentre du travail à 19 heures. 19 is at 19 heures. 19 is 19 because 7 p.m. is 19. If you say je rentre du travail à 7 heures and you do not mention du soir, then it will mean I come back from work at 7 a.m., 7 in the morning. But if you want to specify 7 in the evening, then you have to say je rentre du travail à 19 heures or je rentre du travail à 7 heures du soir. Du matin is the morning, de l'après-midi is in the afternoon, and du soir is generally after sunset. Here are some words. L'heure. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 2 heures. Il est 1 heure. Il est 2h05. Il est 2h05. Et quart means quarter past. Et demi, half past. Moins le quart, quarter to. So if you say il est 1h15, you mean it is 1 and quarter. That is 1:15. If you say it is il est 1h30, means it's 1:30 or 1:30. Moins 5, 5 minutes to. À quelle heure? At what time? In this table you can see in the column A you have midi et demi, means 12:30. And because it is midi, which means midday, it means 12:30 p.m. 12:30 in the afternoon. 5h15. 5 is 5 and a quart is 15. So 5 and a quarter means 5:15. 3h25. 11h moins le quart. 11 is 11 and moins means 2. Le quart is 15 or quarter. So quarter to 11. 10h30. 1 heure. Minuit. 6h moins 20. It's 20 to 6. 9h10. 3h moins 5. 4h10. 1h05. 1h moins 25. 25 to 1. 25 minutes to 1. This is 12:35. 5h05. 3h moins 10. 11h. 7h10. 8h30. 4h moins 25. Minuit et demi. 10h15. In this chart, only the 12-hour clock is used. You can do the same with the 24-hour clock. For example, 5h15. If 5h15 means 5:15 a.m., if you want to say 5:15 p.m., you can simply say 17h15, means 17 and quarter, which means 5:15 p.m. There is a wide application, naturally enough, of days, months, and giving the time. The time will take some practice and getting used to. However, if you can remember the numbers, then giving the time becomes quite easy. And in fact, the 24-hour clock is actually easier than the 12-hour clock. That's all for this video. Merci, au revoir.